Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we have been witnessing a quarterback's career start to die. It has not completely died yet, but it is hanging on the lifeline. It's damn near dead at this point. And the sad part is, it's not all his fault. Carson Wentz's career, just throwing it up, Wentz, just throwing it up. Receiver can't even catch it. What? That wasn't even a catch. The ball just landed. No, Richard Rod. Nah, that was not a catch. Carson Wentz threw a Hail Mary. The ball that got knocked down, and Richard Rodgers was on the floor, and it just happened to land on his chest. That is not a catch. Look at this knock. Hold on. That did not get caught. It literally, bro. That's wow. That's wow. That just landed on him. He just happened to be falling towards the floor, and he just caught, man. Whatever. Carson Wentz gets that touchdown. Add it to your stats. Who cares? Carson Wentz, speaking of the man, his career is starting to die. And the sad part is, it isn't even completely his fault. Now, granted, he is not excused for his performance. The man is leading the league in interceptions and fumbles. He has been nothing more than a turnover machine. He's been absolutely embarrassing this year. He's been disgraceful. He's been bad. You can argue he's been the worst quarterback this season. He's been the worst quarterback in the entirety of the NFL this season. You can make that argument. Unfortunately, it's not all his fault. But he's going to take the bullet for this. I don't know what Philly's going to do. You got this guy in Jalen Hurts that could be the future for you. But you know, you paid all that money to Carson Wentz. And I believe if they cut Carson Wentz in 2021, they're going to have to pay him, I believe, $52 million. $52 million? They don't want to pay that. You gave Carson Wentz all this money. And it really looks like this is the end. I don't know what you can do. Who cares if you get the 2-point conversion, guys? There's 12 seconds left in the game, and it's a 6-point game. Game over. Oh, my God. This game was honestly pathetic. I saw Carson Wentz go out there and die. Another game where Carson Wentz gets sacked 5+ times. Another game where his receivers are dropping passes. Another game where he can't get protected by his offensive line. Another game where Doug Peterson's play calling is absolutely stupid. Going for it on 4th and 4 instead of taking a field goal when it's a 2-possession game. What the hell is Doug Peterson thinking? I've seen all of this. But at the same time, it was another game of Carson Wentz just making dumb decisions and just playing bad football. On 4th and 4, it's man-to-man on the coverage here. He's trying to get to Goddard, and this isn't even his fault. It's not his fault. Goddard was not on the same page as Carson Wentz. There was a miscommunication there. They weren't on the same page, and it resulted to Carson Wentz throwing the ball right to his defender's hands. At the same time, when you look at the pass, I don't know what route he expected Goddard to to run, but even if he would have ran that route, I'm not sure that ball was going to be there. That could have very well still been a turnover, whether or not Goddard ran the right route. I don't know, but it's unfortunate, man. It's unfortunate, but this is pretty much Carson Wentz's career. He had that rookie year where he wasn't spectacular, but it showed progress. Then his second year, he went on an MVP-type season, and he looked like he was going to be the MVP. Then he goes down, Nick Foles takes over, leads the team to a Super Bowl, and that's just how it is. Third year, injuries come up again. He's trying. Obviously, he's not playing to the level he was playing in his MVP-type campaign, but he was still doing well. He goes down again. Nick Foles picks up the pieces, leads this team to the playoffs again, and they lose in the divisional round against the Saints. Last season, guy's not playing his very best. Team is just filled with injuries. He's working with practice squad guys. He's still looking like trash in some cases, but he's doing the very best he can with the guys he has. And he finds a way to lead this team to the playoffs. He gets in the playoffs against Seattle. First drive, he doesn't even get to do much. Bam! He gets injured, and he's out. I mean, what can you do? What can you do? Now you come into this season, and he has been one of the worst quarterbacks, if not the worst quarterback of the season. Carson Wentz's career is going down the drain. And Philadelphia really can't do anything about it. You got Jalen Hurts, but at the same time, you paid Carson Wentz all this money. He has to be your guy. You paid him this money. Is Philadelphia ready to eat all that cap space? All the money you invested on this dude, you have to stick with him. Because if you move away from him, you're going to put a guy you're paying over $100 million. I don't even know his contract. It's terrible. They're paying this dude a lot of money. I think it's like a 4-year deal for like 120. I don't know how much it is. But the amount of money they're paying for Carson Wentz, you just can't bench this dude and decide we're going to go with Jalen Hurts. And if you choose to get rid of him, the amount of money you're still going to owe and you're going to suffer is too much. It's too much. So where do the Eagles go from here? Where do the Eagles go from here? I don't know. Damn. Sorry, this first 6 minutes just had to be about talking about Philly and Carson Wentz and where they go from here. Let's actually talk about the game. First quarter was pretty terrible for both teams. Carson Wentz and the Philly offense couldn't even get a first down. I think they ended the first quarter with -4 total yards of offense. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they were moving the ball down the field. It's just that Philly defense today was really good. I mean, this is one of the best performances they put up defensively. They were really good, and they stopped the Seahawks at the goal line. For some reason, Pete Carroll still doesn't really know what he's doing at the goal line. When it comes to goal line situations, Pete Carroll just seems to screw it up. I don't know why, but that's just his problem. But yeah, the Philly defense holds up. They don't give up a single point in the first quarter. They then proceed to give up 14 points in the second quarter, but it is what it is. But yeah, overall, offensively for the Eagles, they were terrible. They couldn't get anything going until they decided to go no huddle. Once they went no huddle, then they were able to start moving the ball. But before that, they just couldn't do anything. The play calling was terrible. Guys weren't catching the ball. Carson Wentz was just not making the throws sometimes. It was offensive line wasn't protecting him. It was just bad. It was bad all around. It was just pathetic football. Nobody wanted to watch this. It was pathetic. It was just sad. But that's just how the situation was. They eventually started to get something going with this no huddle, but all of a sudden, you just started to see Carson Wentz not look good. There were a lot of balls he threw that were overthrown, a lot of balls he threw that were underthrown, and overall, he just didn't look good today. He looked awful. You couldn't excuse his performance. Yes, he's dealing with everything, but some of the passes he was making today was just awful. Oh, my God. And the refs, they actually let him get away with one. There should have been intentional grounding call because that pass that he threw, he got out of the pocket. And he tried to throw the ball back to the line of scrimmage, but it was like 3 yards short, and the ref just gave them that. So he was lucky with that. But overall, the Eagles were just terrible today. Offensively, they were terrible. Defensively, this is one of the best performances they've had all season. They did a great job trying to hold down the Seahawks. It's just one person for the Seahawks was going off, and that was DK Metcalf. They didn't give up a touchdown to him, though DK Metcalf should have had a touchdown, but he dropped it, so it is what it is. Overall, for the Eagles, another loss. They're still fighting in this terrible division known as the NFC East. Who knows who's going to win that? My bet's on the Giants, but we'll see how that goes. As for Seattle, Russell Wilson had a pretty solid day. He should have had 2 touchdowns, but DK Metcalf lost his hands in the end zone, despite the fact that he's had his hands all day. Because DK Metcalf was a beast today. 10 catches for 177 yards. I mean, come on. 10 for 177 receiving? Beastly. He was out there destroying Slay. Oh, my God. Darius Slay could not hold. He couldn't keep up with this guy. DK was killing him the entire game. Oh, it's just, when he finally got in the end zone, he just lost his hands for a second. Couldn't make the catch. That should have been a touchdown. But it is what it is. Other than that, the offense for Seattle had some trouble, protecting Russell Wilson. And they were doing their very best. So they managed to get 23 points. They did what they needed to do, and they got the win. So that's all that matters for now. As for the Seattle's defense, they look nice today. Granted, they're going up against the Philly offense, which is garbage. But still, they made a lot of nice plays today. If there's anybody that stood out from that defense, it was clear Jamal Adams. Jamal Adams was all over the field today. He was just making play after play after play after play. I mean, he was just sacking Carson Wentz, giving big players big hits. He was just doing everything today. Jamal Adams was clearly the MVP for the defense today. So credit to him and credit to the Seahawks defense. They did what they needed to do. Overall, this game was just a painful game. If you're a Philly fan, and if you're especially a Carson Wentz fan, you look at this game and you're thinking, this might be the end for Carson Wentz. I don't know, man. His career is just going downhill. The Eagles are terrible. They just... It's a good thing there are no fans allowed in the stadium because the Philly fans would have been booing the entire game. This was absolutely pathetic. There's nothing more to say about this game. Congrats to the Seahawks for winning this game. They're looking nice. Trying to win that division is going to be tough. They still got to deal with the Rams, and the 49ers are making a comeback, and we can't forget about the Cardinals. But yeah, they're fighting that. Now, of course, they don't have to face off against the Cardinals. They've already done that twice. But, they still got to deal with the Rams and the Niners. And the Cardinals, they're still there. They could try to make something. I don't know. This NFC West division is just, it's the best in the league right now. It's just, whoa. It's competitive, man. So who knows how that's going to go down. Anyway, that's all I got for this weird Monday Night Football game. But, it was great to see Seattle and Russell Wilson play. It was horrible to see Carson Wentz and the Eagles play. It was an okay game all around. So with that being said, that's all I got, and I'm out of here, man. Peace!